Okay, so welcome back. I'm going to give you guys some more details on today's experience with the recruiters. So, over these 7 years, I have been actively trying to re-enlist. And one issue I've always come up with is my DD 214 from my prior enlistment. But we finally got past that roadblock. As it turns out, I don't have one, and I won't get one, and I don't need one. So today, I stepped into the recruiting office with that knowledge, and of course, it started out as it always does. Oh, we need that paperwork, can't do nothing for you. Sir, no you don't. Showed him the letter from the National Archives, and then all you see are these guys like scrambling around the office. Oh, I've never heard of this before. Have you ever seen this before? Let me take this to my chief real quick. Chief, you ever heard of this? Chief, read this letter. Okay, well, let's just start you off from the beginning, and if there's any problems, they'll come up during the process. Perfect. Let's do it. That's all that had to happen in the first place. To be so honest, that's all that had to happen in the first place. But I get it. They're trying to follow protocol, so it took 7 years. 7 years. But anyway, so they finally like, let's just start her off and push her through. And if we, catch any roadblocks, we'll know when we get there. So that's what we did. They had taken my information. They had me do a practice ASVAB because, of course, I'll have to retake the ASVAB, redo bootcamp, which is now 10 weeks, which is crazy. But I did the practice ASVAB. I was freaking out because, when you're fresh out of high school, that knowledge is fresh. This is 7 years later, and I haven't been in college. I haven't done any other type of formal schooling. But I ended up scoring higher than I did on the first one. So that was nice, surprising. So hopefully I can get the rate that I actually want this time. But I did that. Then it was, he was asking me questions, like the generic questions that all recruiters ask everyone, which are basically like kind of like convincing questions, right? Most people that are joining, I guess, don't really know they want to join or whatever. So, but I mean, I've been trying to rejoin for 7 years. So please don't waste my time. He started asking me like, oh, what do you want? What are your short-term goals, your long-term goals? Well, the Navy has this, the Navy has that. I'm like, I'm letting him talk because I know he's just doing his job. But in my head, I'm like, sir, I came to you. I've been coming to you guys for years. You don't have to convince me. I know what you guys have to offer. You don't have to convince me. I will sign the dotted line again and again and again, like I've done. So he's going through all of that. After that, I'm just like, okay, so are you guys going to take me today? I'm trying to get this ball rolling, mind you. I've waited far too long. So he's like, sure. So he goes to try to knock on the Marines' door. There's no females. Tries to knock on the Army door. They're not there. So I couldn't get taped today. So then he's like, okay, well, let's start the paperwork to send to MEPS so we can get MEPS rolling. Started all of that. But he couldn't accept the picture of my birth certificate because it had like a picture of my old ID in it. So I have to acquire my birth certificate again, which I'm hoping I can do before Thursday because I'm supposed to go back Thursday to get taped. And then I can go to MEPS. And last time I went to MEPS twice. This time I'm pretty sure I'll have to go twice or maybe even 3 times because I'll have to take the ASVAB and that takes forever. That takes like a whole day. And then the medical stuff takes another whole day. And then picking your rate and swearing in takes another day. So definitely have to be prepared for that. Honestly, the only thing that makes me nervous this time around is my baby boy. So I have a 2-year-old, and he's definitely a mama's boy. But I know his father got him, and my sisters, my mother, family has him, so I think he'll be just fine. And then, of course, boot camp is really the hardest part. After that, he can come wherever I am. So I'm really excited. I'll be uploading another video Thursday with an update on whatever information we get back from the tapings and sending out my information. I am not as in shape as I was 7 years ago, so I will have to start working out and trying to get back in shape. I've always been technically overweight for my height, but I've never failed a taping, and I doubt I'll fail one now. My waist to hip ratio is pretty decent, so really I'm just worried about that run. It killed me when I was 19. I know it's going to kill me now, okay? But I'm excited. 10 weeks does sound like a long time, but it's only 2 weeks more than the first time. Stuck in a big-ass room with 80 people. Sounds like fun. And it's so crazy because I believe in my past videos I said, like, it's very easy. It's a great time that you never want to do again. So I'm gonna have to suck it up. But that was today's experience. And Thursday, hopefully we stay on the right track. And soon I'll be shipping off.